A single machine sitting rusted in a field for decades can still tell you exactly how the American family farm survived the 20th century. Every scratch in its paint and every hour on its worn engine represents a season that either succeeded or failed based on whether that tractor started that morning. The story of the modern family farm is not written only in policy or weather patterns. It is written in steel, in the specific machines that gave ordinary families the power to work land at a scale their grandparents could never have imagined. 7 tractors in particular kept showing up in that story, over and over, on farms that had nothing else in common except the same machine parked in the barn. None of them were flashy when they were new. What they had was a habit of solving whatever problem was actually holding a family farm back that decade, whether that was cost, safety, or simply how many acres one household could realistically manage alone. Looking at them in order says a lot about how American farming actually grew up. Number 7. John Deere Model B. Introduced in the early 1930s as a smaller companion to the Model A, the John Deere Model B gave mid-sized family farms a genuinely affordable path into mechanized row crop work. Its 2-cylinder engine produced the same distinctive exhaust rhythm that made Deere tractors instantly recognizable across rural America. But its lighter frame and lower price point meant that families working modest acreages, not just large operations, could finally justify the switch away from horses. That accessibility mattered enormously during a decade when farm incomes were unstable, and every equipment purchase carried real risk. The Model B proved that mechanization did not have to be reserved for the wealthiest operations, and its widespread adoption helped normalize tractor ownership across a much broader swath of American farm families than earlier, larger machines had managed to reach. Number 6. Farmall F-20. International Harvester's Farmall F-20 arrived in the late 1920s and matured through the following decade as one of the definitive row crop tractors of its era. Its narrow front end and adjustable rear tread width let farmers cultivate between rows of corn and cotton with a precision that drawbar tractors simply could not match, reducing crop damage and expanding the range of tasks a single machine could handle across a growing season. That versatility is precisely why the F-20 became a fixture on family farms trying to do more with limited labor. A farmer who once needed separate equipment and additional hands for plowing, cultivating, and harvest support could increasingly rely on one adaptable machine, freeing up capital and labor that family operations desperately needed elsewhere. Number 5. Ford 9N. The Ford 9N, launched in the late 1930s, fundamentally changed the economics of tractor ownership by pairing an accessible price with Harry Ferguson's 3-point hitch system, allowing implements to be raised and lowered hydraulically with far greater control than older drawbar setups. For family farms operating on thin margins, that combination of affordability and genuine engineering innovation was transformative. It meant safer, more efficient work without the tipping hazards that had plagued earlier implement attachments. The 9N's real legacy is democratization. It brought serious mechanized capability within reach of farms that previous tractor generations had priced out entirely. And that shift rippled through rural communities as neighbors who once shared or rented equipment increasingly owned their own reliable machine. If this kind of engineering history resonates with you, consider liking this video and subscribing. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who care about the machines behind American agriculture. Number 4. Farmall H. The Farmall H, introduced in the late 1930s, refined everything International Harvester had learned about row crop tractors into a mid-sized machine built specifically for versatility across diverse farm tasks. Its manageable size made it ideal for family operations that needed one tractor to handle plowing, planting, cultivating, and light harvest work, without the operating costs of a larger machine. And its narrow front end preserved the row crop maneuverability that had become essential to diversified farming. The H became something close to a default choice for family farms through the 1940s precisely because it struck that balance so well. It was not the most powerful tractor available, but it was reliable enough and flexible enough that a single family could run an entire operation around it, which is exactly the kind of quiet dependability that built lasting trust in a brand. Number 3. John Deere 4020. By the 1960s, the pressures on the American family farm had changed considerably. Labor was harder to find, acreages were expanding to remain profitable, and farmers needed machines that could deliver serious productivity without demanding a full mechanical crew to maintain them. The John Deere 4020 answered that need directly, offering a diesel engine option and a power shift transmission that let operators change gears under load without interrupting momentum, a genuine efficiency breakthrough for larger-scale row crop work. That leap in capability let family farms expand their acreage without proportionally expanding their labor force, which was essential as the post-war agricultural economy pushed toward larger, more mechanized operations. Historians and collectors still regard the 4020 as one of the most significant tractors of the entire post-war era, and that reputation is earned through the sheer number of family operations it helped scale successfully. Number 2. Massey Ferguson 135. The Massey Ferguson 135, introduced in the 1960s, became one of the most widely used mid-sized tractors on family farms across both North America and Europe. Its available diesel engine and straightforward maintenance requirements made it a favorite among operators who valued dependability over flash, and its manageable size meant it fit comfortably into diversified family operations that could not justify the cost or complexity of larger machinery. What secures the 135's place this high on the list is longevity, both mechanical and cultural. Decades after production ended, a remarkable number remain in working condition on small and mid-sized farms, a testament to Massey Ferguson's engineering philosophy of building machines meant to outlast their original owners and continue serving the next generation of the same family. Before we reach the tractor that many historians consider the single most influential machine in shaping the modern family farm, take a moment to subscribe if you have not already, and please leave a comment sharing which tractor on this list your own family relied on, or which model holds a personal memory for you. These stories are exactly what keep this community meaningful. Number 1. Farmall Model M. Sitting at the top of this list is the Farmall Model M, introduced in the early 1940s as International Harvester's flagship row crop tractor, and quickly becoming one of the most trusted machines a family farm could own through the following decade. Its robust 4-cylinder engine and versatile power takeoff system allowed it to handle an enormous range of tasks, from tillage to harvest support, making it a genuine backbone machine for mixed operation farms navigating the post-war agricultural boom. The Model M earned its place at the top not through any single innovation, but through comprehensive reliability across every task a family farm needed performed. It became the machine an entire generation of family operations built their planning around, trusted enough that its red silhouette became one of the defining images of American agriculture itself. That trust, built one working season at a time, is the real reason the Model M represents the modern family farm more completely than any other tractor on this list. These 7 tractors did not simply plow fields, they expanded what a single family could accomplish with the labor and capital available to them. Each one solved a specific problem of its era, whether that was affordability, safety, versatility, or raw productivity, and together they trace the actual mechanical backbone of American farming's transformation. The family farm that exists today, whether running vintage iron or the latest equipment, still carries the engineering legacy of these 7 machines in its bones. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.